Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Save Sentient, and today we're going to talk about why Iceman is in the top 5 and not Bishop for top 5 mutant characters. Let's go. Now, we're going to basically talk about the top 5 characters in mutants. And right now, these guys are all things are happening in the mutant. We're about to go in the age of apocalypse. And mutant characters are actually really good. All of them are actually really good. But who's the peak performance character? And not only is the peak performance character, who's the character that you're finding that's somewhat useful in everything and still being able to be used in the mutant nodes and war and in arena, and you're kind of like, wow, I didn't know those comps work, or oh wow, like these mutants can still do their job and they're still peak performance characters and they're still not falling off after even a year, you know? So even though we're going to talk about some of the future things, we got to talk about Omega Red, especially because he is the man, the king in Dark Dimension 5. Omega Red, yes, is a legendary, very hard to get, very, very hard to get. And I'm only going to get him to 6 maybe this time around. Hopefully, if I can farm Maria Hill, we can get him to 7. All right? So we got Omega Red number 1. Amazing in war. Great, great war stuff. I mean, my goodness, the things that he can do in war against Infinity Watch and, you know, some of the other teams that we're probably going to be looking at, like maybe like Young Avengers and things like that. He's just a great character. 2 ability blocks in his kit, which is insane. And he has a drain. I mean, the guy's, you know, he's just cooking right now. It's all the carbonadium in his body. Now, Omega Red is somewhat used, very little in arena, but you know, it's probably because the speed meta is really where it's at. But he can shut down Dr. Doom. Now, Omega Red is also useful inside of the mutant raid lanes. I'm in 2.2, and some people are in 2.3 saying that they are really loving him on the nodes and boss. And I'm actually starting to use him now in the raid lanes in node 1 and 2. And the reason why is because even though he does deal a lot of damage, he does have a lot of control as well. Since he is also a controller, Omega Red is just a great character to help the teams get through without having to actually do too much by, you know, needing all of the Axemen, if you use them, for just straight blowing through a raid lane node. Now, one thing is really cool about him. I probably should do this already and right now, but all this stuff here is great. One thing that's really important about Coil Crush is that it's the first sentence. It's trauma. He's the only character where trauma is available everywhere. Now, Spider-Punk has trauma, but it's only in raids, and it's only in bio. But with Omega Red, he has trauma, which is a brand new ability, and he's the only character that's got him, that's got this ability and able to be used everywhere. So this first sentence is huge. Apply trauma and ability block to the primary target. That's it. That's the tweet. He puts it down. Now it's a great move. Whenever I go into the mutant raid lanes and I go on the Dr. Doom boss, I always use that one instead of the ultimate, because that sentence alone makes it feel like it is a guaranteed. And pretty much I can say that every time I've used it, it's landed. I think maybe it's not hit once. Maybe. But that's something to think about. But that's Omega Red and number 1. That's why I think he's the most important mutant character right now. And obviously being a legendary as well does help. So number 2, we have Jubilee. Jubilee, what a great legendary. She's also a legendary, yes, and she is the one of the main characters for the Axemen, who's now time is ticking. They're 1 year down being released. Jubilee is a fantastic character, giving speed to a lot of the other Axemen, helping out mutants. Her special is really underrated, and by spreading all the debuffs, on a kill, even with team members. Also, even more fun is the fact that like her ultimate does stun and gives stuns to everybody on the board. So Jubilee is number 2. She's just great all around. Definitely take her to DD5. Useful, not in arena, but useful in raids and in war. There's still a solid war team, still a solid team that helps get turn meter against turn meter teams. Like, characters who come down with summons and duplicates and things like that. Number 3, we got Emma Frost. Yes, Emma Frost has jumped back up from 4. Emma Frost is a phenomenal character, still holding strong. She is a milestone character. The reason why she's up there now is because the meta in the arena is her inside of the arena because she manipulates speed. Speed manipulation is big in this game, and not only is it big in this game, it's huge in arena. She's also used in war, even if you don't have her on Speed Eternals, even if you don't have her for full Emma Marauders team by now, you can use her anywhere. She can be a plug and play. She has a team. She has all the right things as a milestone character should have. Her kit seems like it's not going to give up. Great character to always have around in general, clearing debuffs, blinding, mind control, and whatnot. So that's awesome. Something to think about when you're using your characters for peak performance. Now, our number 4 character is Beast, because Beast helps out all mutants. It's literally in his DNA of his entire comic book origin, of his entire kit on MSF. I mean, Beast basically makes mutants go. If you're looking for health, he's got it. If you're looking for buffs, he's got it. If you're looking for maybe healing a team, he's got it. Even without as an ISO. If you're looking for him to maybe get multiple targets, he's got it on his basic. He's a multifaceted character with acrobatics, guys. That's why he hangs upside down. Now, even though the blue furry guy is at 4, he's actually integral to the Iceman team as well. And Beast is a great character in general because not only is he really fast, he's really helping out even in your campaigns. In your campaigns, if you have his ultimate, is it ultimate? No, it's not his ultimate. Is it? Yeah, it's his ultimate. If you have his ultimate T forward and you're in campaigns and you're looking to do stuff as a mid-game player, really important to note is that he'll give you the extra star for that battle if 3 or more of those uncanny X-Men at the start of battle keep going with him as well. So the first allied death does not count towards the loss of the medal in campaigns and challenges. That's a big deal, and that might be overlooked. But if you use him, that's where you can use Beast as well. So with that being said, he is number 4, but he is a phenomenal character as well. Now, our 5th character, I know, Tony Stark eye roll. Why is Iceman number 5? But the reason why is because I'm finding more control with the RNG with Iceman. Iceman has a group, primary and adjacent, on his basic attack. He has a attack all enemies on his ultimate attack for applying slow. I mean, my goodness, like, he's just making it cold weather out there. So Iceman is really a underrated character by doing that and helping out with all the assists with the Axemen team and helping out assists when, paired up with just a couple characters like Jubilee and Beast. So it really does help a lot that Iceman has those things on top of the fact that he actually has a stun as well to any character that has slow. So he really makes things feel right when you're in a controlled environment, like using him in the mutant raid lanes or inside of war. Now, he isn't used in arena, but at the same time, he makes a bigger difference from what I've seen by using the comp of Iceman, Jubilee, Beast, Omega Red, and Emma Frost in mutant raids. Having the control there, having to be able to stun characters if I need to with Jubilee or with Iceman, or to extend the slows, makes it a big deal. So I'm finding him doing a little bit more action than Bishop. Even though Bishop does have his place with damage, I'm trying to find more control of the RNG rather than just blowing right through the node. Especially even in the boss node, I feel like it's a lot of really good control in general. And also, he does lower the resistance against enemies, so that actually does really well as well. So that would be, you know, the top 5 right there. So you have Omega Red at 1, Jubilee 2. You have Emma Frost at 3, Beast at 4, Iceman at 5. Now, we do have some honorable mentions here that we do have to talk about. And Beast is, not Beast, Bishop is up there. Bishop is definitely that guy. Bishop definitely is a member of the X-Men where you don't really want to leave him off because he is major damage and probably really high damage, maybe even more so at a 6 red star. But, you know, I don't know, but right now I'm trying out something else, and I feel like maybe Iceman is doing a little bit more work than Bishop. So we'll have to see. And maybe he might get his time somewhere else, or maybe he has a different kill order in the actions on mutant lanes. But not to, you know, forget that, you know, Bishop does not have a revive, unlike Iceman, which is another reason why he's in there. But Bishop, but that's really with the full team. Well, actually, it's not really full team. It's 4, right? So I guess it's full team. Anyway, another honorable mention that we want to talk about is Cable. Cable is a character who has had his time on X-Force, and even though X-Force isn't amazing right now, Cable has found himself very useful inside of arena meta, and he does change that time. So using him in arena meta has helped use, has been used language, phrasing, words. Let me go back and change that. He's found some use in arena because of his on-spawn fill speed bar of 5%. And that's important to note because he's, you know, he doesn't really do too much, especially if he's not really like leveled high. But in that you don't have to have him leveled high. That's the benefit of Emma and Cable in arena meta. They don't have to be leveled high in order to manipulate speed. So that's a very important thing, that even though I only have him at tier 12 and at 65, even though he has 7 stars, you could have him level 1 and you can have time sense, and you could have it even, you know, T forward, or you could have, you know, Emma at level 1 and you could still manipulate the speed inside of arena meta. So that's why he's an honorable mention, really making sense of something, even by not being a peak performance character. Now, honorable mention we want to talk about really quickly about Sabretooth, because he is, you know, he is cheap. He's useful in war with Weapon X. You know, people are thinking about taking him into DD5, so there's some things there with him. Magic also, I still don't think I don't know. Some people say she's a fart in the wind. Some people, maybe, you know, some people say that, you know, Magic has not seen her time yet. We don't know, but Magic is up in the air still. We're not really sure. Not a top 5 peak performance character, but she has brought up, the fact that Uncanny's kind of resurged a little bit. Now, the most important thing is that the rest of these mutants really don't have anything else going for them. So that's why these characters are the ones are your honorable mentions and top 5 characters of February. All right, so we're going to end this, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Comment if you would like to see Bishop back in 5, or who you think is better than Iceman, or what you think is going on. Omega Red at 1. Jubilee at 2, Emma Frost at 3, Beast at 4, and Iceman at 5 for your top 5 mutant characters. Let's go!